Okay, hello everyone. This is a video that's long overdue, and I can't believe I never thought about making before. I was replaying some of the older Halos because Halo 4 came out, and decided to make a video of all the crazy and fun things you can do in the original Halos. But before we get started, there's a few things I need to point out, like I'm playing on the original, not Anniversary Edition. It's unupdated, and I'm playing on the Xbox 360, not the original Xbox. I'm playing split screen with my brother on Legendary, and the recorder's not the greatest either, so don't bother complaining about it being split screen or looking crappy. Okay, so the first thing you can have happen isn't even during gameplay, it's during the very first cutscene. Whenever the camera switches to a new scene for a split second, you'll notice the characters standing in their default stances, which leads to these hilarious photos. Immediately afterwards, if you listen closely on certain difficulties, you can hear warthogs actually crash whenever they drive by. Apparently, they don't turn, but they just go straight forward till they hit something.
Damn right I am. Now move it out! Double time!
Attention all personnel. We are re-engaging the enemy. External and internal contact imminent.
All you greenhorns who wanted to see Covenant up close, this is gonna be your lucky day.
Speaking of difficulty, depending on what difficulty you play on, the very first cutscene when Sarge gives his motivational speech, he'll say different things, from easy being something rather mild to legendary being extremely graphic.
Men, keep your eyes downrange, fingers on your triggers, and we all go home in one piece. Men, here's where we show those split-chin, squid-head sons of bitches that they could not have picked a worse enemy than the human race. We are going to blow the hell out of those dumb bugs until we don't have anything left to shoot them with. And then we are going to strangle them with their own living guts. Am I right, Marines? Sir, yes, sir!
The first interesting thing you can do during gameplay is right after Keyes gives you a gun, you can leave, get ammo for it, even pick up an assault rifle, come back, and then do what? Shoot him in the face. Only thing is, this is a horrible idea because even if doing two-player mode, you'll teleport back into the room and be forced to fight a bunch of immortal Marines. But if you try hard enough, you can knock them into the pit up front, but you're still trapped in there forever though.
Me! Clear!
Moving on to level 3 when you're rescuing Captain Keyes, when you finally arrive to free him, lower the shield doors. As soon as they're down, shoot him. He'll die and then be resurrected during the cutscene. After the cutscene plays, he'll still be alive and the original body will be gone. Next up, level 4. As soon as you get your Warthog, if you feel like it, you can drive it straight into the ocean. Where typically a teaspoon of water will kill the Master Chief, you can actually drive it through the ocean until eventually you hit an invisible wall. After that nice relaxing swim, if you want to continue the level, you can bring the Warthog. If you drive and time it correctly, you can get it wedged in the hallway before the door closes. When you bail out, you'll be in front of the car, and the elite will just stand there, allowing you to kill them, and if you want, you can continue on the level, which is a major shortcut. But if you don't want a shortcut and you did open the door the normal way, but still want to bring your Warthog, you can, with some vehicle persuasion, push it through the door. And if you continue to do that with the multiple Warthogs on the level and some rocket launchers, you can bring the Warthog through the entire level. There are also shortcuts right after you flip the switch to open the door to the main facility, and inside the main facility in the second main room. On the way to the switch that opens the door to the main facility, you can use grenades to launch the Warthog past the tree, which makes the hunter battle much easier. Oh, you can also stand on this tree for some strange reason. Moving on to level 5, at the very beginning when you're about to exit the Pelican, as soon as you do, hold X. You'll re-enter the Pelican and be taken on a strange journey. tank can be used as a ram. Once you get the tank, the area after that, if you don't go past the ice pond and kill all the enemies, with a sniper rifle and a bazooka or a tank, you can hit the bottom of the platform on the top left of the area and dislodge the Banshee so the elite will not get in. After that, you can get onto the high ground where that annoying, pesky tank likes to hang out, and use a rocket launcher and a sniper rifle to push or splash damage the Banshee off of the platform and fall to the ground so you can get in it and fly it around. If you try hard enough, you can flip a Wraith tank. Strangely enough, you're able to flip it. However, you're unable to drive it for some reason. Don't get in too much of a hurry. If you ram a door while it's opening with a tank, sometimes the door will grab onto the tank and pull it to the side, sometimes getting it stuck. Back to the Banshee, if you've managed not to lose it or have it be destroyed, the area past the 2 bridges, you can fly straight to the top and steal a brand new Banshee. Continuing on the Banshee trend, after you get that brand new Banshee and get your Marine reinforcements, fly to the top of the area, land on the bridges, and you can basically skip to the end of the level. No more enemies will spawn to oppose you, only empty vehicles. But skipping's no fun, and just like level 4, you can get a vehicle anywhere with enough persuasion, so after a little bit of work, you can get the ghost inside and take it on a magical elevator ride. What's that? Free Sundays if you can get your car inside the building and up the elevator? You can indeed, with enough work, get the Warthog all the way to the elevator room. But, as with the Ghost, it does not like vehicles. Tired of vehicle agendas? Well, aimlessly throw yourself down the elevator shaft with as many grenades as possible. Once you're satisfied with the body count and grenade content, go back, find a single grenade, throw it down the elevator shaft, watch the fireworks. A single well-placed pistol or sniper rifle round in the back exposed part of a hunter will result in an insta-kill. Just before the very end of the level, when you're on the bridge, if you slide down the wall just so, you can shortcut and fight minimal enemies. Before you do that though, in the area just before there is probably one of the best glitches in the entire game. There is a cloaking in the hallway just before that room. Pick that up, run through the entire area as fast as you can without touching any enemies or killing any enemies. Now, there will be a lot of grunts and jackals in the hallway. Jump over them and try very carefully not to touch any of them. When you hit loading done, you can turn around and all the enemies will be frozen. Now you may throw a frag grenade to make them drop their weapons, because meleeing them, they will retain their weapons. For some reason, plasma grenades will not detonate on them when they are frozen. You can pick up their needlers and stick needles to them too. These will also not explode unless you stick in excess amounts of them to them. Now you can go to the loading done again, and this time they will unfreeze all dead and then explode rapidly from all the explosives stuck to them. You can throw grenades in the Pelican, and when you do, you stand up, bashing your head through the ceiling. When you throw grenades, you ice skate. As with level 5, at the beginning of level 6, you can stay in the Pelican, although rather than simply holding X, you must, as soon as the screen fades away from white, continuously smash the left trigger to throw all your grenades. For some reason, you'll remain in the Pelican and be transported to the edge of the map. Once there, you can either go in front of the Pelican or behind the Pelican. Going one way will lead you to this Marine. For some reason, he is just standing there in the middle of a field for apparently absolutely no reason whatsoever. While the other way, if you follow it, you can get to the area where you see all of the Covenant running away from something and you see Marine assault rifle fire coming out of the tunnel. You can fall off of the ledge, walk inside, and see that there are no Marines, nothing more than floating guns shooting themselves. Moving on to later in the level, at the cutscene where you first encounter the Flood and they attack Sarge, Keyes, and Jenkins, on the left side, you'll notice a door burst open with Flood. After the cutscene, you can go in that room and it'll be full of blood and a med pack. However, if you skip this cutscene, the door will be closed, but if you look very closely through the window, you'll notice the blood and med pack still inside. On level 7, the library, at the mini parts where the Oracle leaves to open doors, if playing 2-player mode, one player can stand on the other player's head and get through the small gap that usually is left open. Never look straight up in a Banshee and hit anything, you'll regret it.
Destroy is through there.
Level 8, when the Sentinels are no longer your friends and you're working your way down the front of the building, there's an empty tank. With a sniper rifle, you can shoot the elite that gets in it as soon as he does, but as with before, you're unable to drive it. Later on, when you're crossing the 2 bridges again, and the door breaks so you can't bring your vehicles, if you try hard enough, you can squeeze a ghost through. Speaking of ghosts, if you find a plasma shield, shoot it and park your ghost on top of it without moving it. The shield, when it tries to regenerate, will rapidly flash and sparkle and then eventually no longer respawn at all. At the section where you must steal a Banshee and fight a battle between the Flood and the Covenant, if you ramp the ghost off of the corner just so, you can get it to the high ground and bring it with you. On level 9, where you're going to rescue Captain Keyes again, there is an assault rifle at the very beginning of the level that stands up by itself and is completely unusable. Also at the beginning of level 9, at the part where you must fall through the gap in the hull of the ship, with a well-placed grenade, you can grenade jump across. Level 9, just like level 6, where if you watch the cutscene, the Flood break down the door, well, the Sentinels will break the glass. However, if you skip the video, the glass will not be broken, and if you die during the fight with the glass broken, and you respawn, the glass will somehow reappear.
I leave home.
And on to the very end of the game where you're leaving the Autumn within the Warthog, despite Exploding Flood being very easy to make explode, running them over with a Warthog will just stun them, and then they'll explode afterwards. Once you get to the part where you must make a large jump, aim slightly to the side. You'll land on a higher platform, and in a hallway to the right will read REX, or Rex, in blood on the wall for some strange reason. But on to probably the most popular Easter egg in the entire game. After Forehammer is shot down at the bridge, the first tunnel shortcut on your right, there will be a side tunnel inside of that one to the side. Go inside of there and you'll find a grunt who appears to have killed several Floods single-handedly with a plasma pistol. If you stand in front of him without hurting him, he won't fight you and have a very strange conversation with you.
Good thing that food nipple's waiting for me at the starship, 'cause man, if I weren't up a bit bloody thirsty!
And on to the final cutscene. If you beat the game on Legendary, a scene which is nothing more than Flood shambling towards the Autumn will instead be replaced with this.
Come here, you mother... Oh, this is it, baby. Hold me.
And finally, if you let the credits roll, you will see a very small cutscene showing that Guilty Spark did not die. Alright, that's all folks. Hope you enjoyed, learned a few things. There's a lot of stuff I did not include in the video. I just included, the things that I felt like adding or were interesting. So, feel free to leave those in the comments of things you can do in the game, I guess. I'm not sure if I want to make a second Halo video for Halo 2. That one is extremely glitchy and would be very, very long, but I don't know, I may get to working on that. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching.